What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today. So a lot of games going on NFL Sunday. Some of the games matter, some of them don't. I will say be careful about betting today because, a lot of games are just, kind of backups playing. A lot of the teams are already out. A lot of the teams are, maybe already in the playoffs or maybe already out of the playoffs. So, do your research. Make sure you know who's actually starting on these teams because these teams look very, very different. Like, for example, the Packers, I believe they're starting Clayton Tune. So they're not starting Malik Willis, who looked good. They're not starting Jordan Love, who is, back from injury. They're starting Clayton Tune. So just an example of something there that's like a really, really big difference going on in the NFL. Today, guys, we had a couple of games, Saturday we had a couple of games. We had Baker and Mike Evans. I took them under together in that second half. These guys do go under together. I mean, if there's anything that shows you guys the kind of just like, streak we've been on or whatever, it's literally this play right here. Sam Darnold, 100 yards when he needed under 99.5 in that second half. So he literally goes over by 1 yard. And at this point, it's like all you can do is just laugh. And, it is what it is, right? Sam Darnold, he literally goes under by 1 yard. So 1 yard less in that second half, and we would have had another setup tomorrow. But unfortunately, obviously, he does get that one pass yard. Now, I will say, positive on today, and it's the first time I've talked about positive, like a real positive in the past week, which has been rough, right, as I've said. But ONYX odds, guys, we absolutely killed ONYX today. So I really hope you guys are tailing ONYX because it was a extreme positive today. We go 5-1, okay, 5 wins, only 1 loss. Unfortunately, the loss was actually the YouTube play of the day, but we've had a lot of times on this channel where the YouTube play that does hit is the ONYX play. Guys, VIP crushed it on ONYX. One of these plays was actually a free pick. It was this Flyers play right here, which was actually plus money. So yeah, guys, absolutely dominated on ONYX. I mean, honestly, all of these plays were not even close, really. There was no sweat really on any of these wins here, which is really nice to see. I talk about ONYX quite a lot. The main reason I'm talking about ONYX is because I send out plays on ONYX. You can take spreads, you can take money lines, over-unders, whatever, on all of these states that are in the purple here, and you will also get $100 in free picks. So who does not want $100 in free picks, guys? If you do not have ONYX yet, you are leaving money on the table. It is free money to sign up for ONYX odds. It's the best deposit bonus out in the industry. Trust me, guys, I do this a lot, right? And I know the type of deposit bonuses these apps have. The number one deposit bonus by far, and that's coming from someone who likes these other apps, right? I like Sleeper, I like Chalkboard, but by far ONYX has these other apps beat. And if there's anyone that came up to me in my personal life that was like, hey, I want to, what's the best deposit bonus? How should I get started betting? What should I sign up for? I would have them sign up for ONYX odds just to get and claim this free $100, right, guys? So just text me ONYX to my number right here on the screen, and I will get you guys signed up for ONYX odds. It is as simple as that. You'll get into the VIP for 1 free month. You'll start cashing on ONYX, guys. So ONYX did amazingly well, guys. 5-1. Happy about that, obviously. Sleeper, we did go ahead and hit with McCaffrey and Kolabai here, and this was actually the play, one of the plays a couple of days ago, I think, which was on this channel, so that's nice to see there too. Here was another discount on Sleeper. Unfortunately, Tet did hit, but then Seguin did not hit. Okay, Segun did not hit. So unfortunately, that just DMP'd, right? Let's go ahead and get into the plays of the day then, guys. All right, so the first play of the day is actually going to be on ONYX odds, guys, and it's going to be under 37.5 in the Packers and Vikings game. Like I mentioned before, Clayton Tune is the quarterback of the Packers, so I think this will be a pretty low-scoring game. Also on FanDuel, DraftKings, a lot of other books, this line is like 36.5, 35.5, and every single point does matter, okay? So go ahead and lock this in on ONYX. Again, if you don't have ONYX, you guys can text me, and let's go ahead and get into the Prizepicks plays. I have 5 picks in today's video for you guys, and one of them, the first one, is going to be in this Raiders game. So it's going to be Ashton Genty to go under 29.5 receiving yards, guys. This is I'm going to say my second favorite play of the day, but I do think this is a really, really solid pick here. Ashton Genty to go under 29.5 receiving yards. If you look at some of these running backs and the receiving yards, like you have people like Dylan Sampson, who's a pass catching running back. You have Chase Brown, who's a pass catching running back. If you just scroll through down here and a lot of these pass catching running backs, you can really compare his line to a lot of these guys. Where's Spears here? Tyjae Spears, another pass catching type of running back. A lot of these guys are are 10 yards lower than Ashton Genty for some reason. And Ashton Genty's line is just way too high. I have no idea why he's floating in this 30 range when all of these other running backs that honestly don't have anyone else. Like, it's not like a lot of these teams have great players playing as well in some of these games. Their lines are like 10 yards lower than Ashton Genty. So I think Genty's line is way too high here. I get it. Vegas is sitting a lot of their players. They're sitting Bowers. They're sitting, I don't know who else they're sitting because I see Mayer and I see Trey Tucker here. But I mean, they're sitting some guys and stuff, but this is still way too high for him here. So I'm taking him under. One of my favorite picks of the day. The second pick in today's video is going to be Trey Lance, and I actually have 2 plays for Trey Lance. All right, so I really like Trey Lance, and I think there's a lot of lines here that are really undervaluing him. So Trey Lance over 15.5 pass completions. I think this is extremely low for him for an NFL quarterback, and I got to go back to the same thing I just did with Genty. If you go to pass completions, guys, you do not have that many high quality quarterbacks playing this week. I mean, a lot of them like Riley Leonard playing. You have, I guess there's more high quality than I would think, but Josh Johnson, another one. You have this Chris Olodokun guy. A lot of these guys are even above Trey Lance, and we're talking about Trey Lance, who was a starter in the NFL. He's had a lot of years under his belt in Dallas. He has some years under his belt in the Chargers, and now he's coming to a Chargers team that is pretty solid. They have a good coach, and at the end of the day, guys, Trey Lance can throw the ball around. So I have no idea why 15.5. It's just way too low for him at the end of the day. I think this should be something like 17.5, and I just think 15.5, again, similar to Genty, where Genty's just straight up too high. Trey Lance, straight up way too low of a line here, and hopefully you guys agree with me here. What I'm actually going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and pair this up with the chalkboard discount that they have, okay? So, again, try to utilize all these discounts on these different apps whenever I have these plays for you guys in these videos. Again, you'll see here, this is a 3.12x, okay? So, pretty much, if Trey Lance goes over 15.5 pass completions, we are more than 3xing our money here on chalkboard, guys. Derrick Henry needs to get 1 yard. Obviously, he's going to go ahead and get 1 yard, okay, guys? But go ahead and text me Chalkboard, and you guys can go ahead and sign up for that as well. You will see here, Chalkboard has a 100% deposit bonus, deposit match if you deposit $100, and they will give you guys a free square, I believe on top of the Derrick Henry one. So they'll give you a free square, and you'll have the Derrick Henry one because the Derrick Henry one is available to all users, all right, guys? So 2 apps today, ONYX Odds, Chalkboard. You guys can also always sign up for Sleeper and stuff and get 2 months free. You guys know I have a lot of apps you guys can go ahead and utilize and get into the VIP free. But I did mention we have 2 picks for Trey Lance, all right? So I'm going to go back to Trey Lance, and I actually like this one just a little bit more even. And it is Trey Lance under 8.5 rush attempts. Now, I got to be honest, guys, I did get this one from Ghost Locks here on YouTube. If you don't know what Ghost Locks is, he big channel here on YouTube, and he has a lot of picks, but he was talking through this one. I watched this video right before I was going to upload this one, and yeah, really high line for his rush attempts. If you go to all of these other rush attempts for these quarterbacks, like if you look at someone like Lamar, right, who's known as a running quarterback. You have Lamar Jackson, and his rush attempts line is 5.5, okay? This is someone who is oftentimes going to carry the ball. This is someone that's oftentimes maybe even going to get designed runs. You have another player here who gets designed runs, like Jackson Dart's line is at 6.5, okay? Trey Lance, have no idea why his run total is at 8.5. Another thing, guys, is a sneaky thing that a lot of people don't realize is QB kneels count for rush attempts, okay? So sometimes you'll see some of these guys like Lamar, who is maybe going to win his game, and he's probably going to get a couple of kneels at the end of the game if they end up with the ball. But again, the Chargers versus the Broncos, and the Broncos are starting Bo Nix, the Chargers are probably not going to win. So the Chargers are probably not going to get the 2 to 3 kneels at the end of the game. So that's even adding on top of the reason why I would take Trey Lance under, okay? As Ghostlock said, he is not going to get that many design runs. And it's really hard to pull the ball down, trying to throw the ball and just pull the ball down like 9 times or something like that. It makes no sense. A lot of times you'll see this line reserved for someone like Jalen Hurts, who does a lot of tush pushes, okay? So really good line. Might be my favorite play of the day, to be honest. That is a really solid one. The 4th play of the day is going to be Zay Flowers. Now, this is a really big game, probably the game of the day, which is the Ravens and Steelers game. This is a game that really matters for these teams, and I am going to take Zay Flowers under, okay? I think Zay Flowers, he normally hovers in this like 4 to 4.5 range for his reception line, and again, he's at 5 receptions, and I'm going to go ahead and take him under there just because I think it's too high for him historically. I will also say I'd be very surprised if they do not lean on Derrick Henry a ton this game. We saw what Derrick Henry did last week. He had like 36 rush attempts or something crazy like that. And I think they would not be very smart if they didn't give Derrick Henry the ball at least 20 to 25 times in this game, because he's just an absolute monster and he's pretty much a cheat code to get into the playoffs. Okay, guys. So Zay Flowers under receptions. And then we are going to take Travion Henderson to go ahead and round us out here. And we are going to take, I guess I spelled his name wrong. Yeah, Travion. And we're going to go ahead and take him over 13 rush attempts. All right, guys. So this is going to be the last pick of the day here, is Travion Henderson over rush attempts. Again, I think the Patriots are going to win this game. I think they might even sub out Drake May in certain parts of the game, but still give Henderson some touches and some experience and stuff while they are playing the Dolphins here. So again, as I always say, guys, when a team is leading in the game, they're going to run the ball out. They're going to run a lot more. And again, I think the Patriots should easily handle the Dolphins in this game. So I think Henderson will get a lot of rush attempts. So if you guys want me to rank them, I will say I really do like this Trey Lance line. I see almost no world where he gets 9 rush attempts unless the game goes into like overtime or something like that and he just plays a ton. And then I probably like this Genty line. Then I probably like this other Trey Lance line. Then I like probably the Henderson line. And then I like the Zay Flowers line. The Zay Flowers line I really just like because I think he either gets 4 or 5. If he gets 5, he pushes. If he gets 4, we hit, right? So here are my plays of the day. This actually isn't going to let me lock this in probably because it's 2 players in the same thing here. Oh, it did. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, anyway, guys, going to go ahead and round this video off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, go ahead and sign up for these different apps, whether it be Chalkboard or ONYX. Really going to hone in on ONYX and really going to hone in on some of these like NHL lines, NBA lines. I mean, if there's value there, I might as well, capitalize it and start winning you guys money with ONYX and such, because I'm pretty confident in some of the plays on ONYX over there. So get ONYX, guys. A lot of that stuff will be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone have a great day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.